Hello everybody, Ginger Shadow here, and welcome back to some more of the Ruby visual novel with me. And oh ho ho, what's going on here? We're not at the fight. It's a perfectly normal fight between Penny and Ruby that is definitely not going to start a chain reaction of events that's going to lead into the final fights. I don't know if it is, but like the fact there's been nothing going into it has me very much on edge of thinking, yeah, something really bad's about to happen here. Cause, yeah. So this is another timeline, and I was basically just having a couple check on things and trying to lock certain events. I was trying to lock more Coco events and stuff. Cause I did Coco's second date in this one. I've done Velvet's third date, and yet I can't seem to find Velvet's fourth date, even though I'm past the day point where it should be here. But whatever, that's a problem for a different time. I don't know if it is a problem. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like misremembering days, but like I thought it was early. Whatever. Anyway, yeah. Let me look at the stats though. Because in this one, because I wasn't going for certain people and stuff, I spent a lot more time training. My battle stats are 34 across the board, 34 in aura. Now, the reason why I'm looking at the battle stats is because I keep getting messages saying, "You're gonna die in the final fights. You don't stand a chance. You can't win." Which had me thinking, like, why not? After you get to the point where you do May's mission, you can't train anymore. If you can complete May's mission, after you get to start the power-ups going into the event, even if it's really, really hard, it should be doable, right? If not, it seems like a bit of an oversight, like, in the way the game's gone, because that, like, completing the boss fight in May's mission, like, that after that point, that's the cut-off point. Like, you can't you can train up until that point. After that, they then skip about 10 days or something, which you could have trained in, which, okay, fair enough, skipping them, kids. You can't do dates. It may have been a bit boring just to do training all of those days, but also may have been nice to have the option if people aren't ready and stuff. Or maybe done, like, the weekends could have been a thing where there was a little team meeting thing and they work together to get stronger or something. I don't know. But yeah. There could be more stuff in between to prep, but I figure the way I've seen it is if the way the game's set up, if you can beat May's boss, then you get level ups during the fights and stuff. It could be really, really hard if you're underprepared, but like surely it's doable. Like surely you can win. Surely it's not a case of you're beat. Even if it's a really hard fight, as long as you can win, like surely there's a chance. I don't know. I'm going into this because I'm kind of blind, but I've just been getting told over and over again you can't win. So it's going to be fun to see how this goes, because I hope I can. I'm on my this isn't my original save, like, going over to my original save file, it's the one I've spent little years playing. I would like it if I'm able to actually win with that one. But, yeah, so here's where I am in this one. The 143, I don't know what's happening, I was looking for Velvet stuff, but... Anyway, right, so if we go over to the loads... Game, we go back over to here, are you sure? I'm not, hold on. There we go. Right, we go with the original one. Battle. So I'm on level 28 in this one. Because, obviously, this is the one where I did mostly dates and that. Because, yeah. But, as you can see, though, the stats are much, much higher. Like, the game, obviously, at least during the 10 days, gave you a boost then. Somewhere along the line. Like, you got stronger. I don't know if these are enough. I don't know if they give you this boost so you're prepped for the final fight, but... if I can beat May's boss, along with the stat boost and that, it'd be really hard, but I want to assume I've got a chance. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's go. We're going to have a perfectly straightforward fight between Penny and Ruby in the semi-finals? Yeah, the semi-finals. Which, oh, another thing. Apparently I missed the extra event thing. I can't really be faulted for this one. Basically, apparently there's an extra stuff to do with Coco. And I guess her team against Cinders, because it was mentioned in the comments, but I think the actual creator, basically I had no way of having any knowledge to pass over to Team Ruby about Cinders' team, but if I'd done extra event stuff with Coco, I could have had that knowledge, because I would have had a much tighter relationship with Coco, and then she could have warned me about it, and then I could have warned them, or at least I assume it's something along those lines. But yeah, by the time the Coco extra... wait, no, if it was the second Coco date, I probably could have done it. Okay, it might be my fault for not paying more attention to Coco. But, like, the Coco third date, that came out after I was already at the dance. It was far too late by that point. Yeah, I don't know. One of those things. I will probably go back and check the extra event at some point, but it just won't be this timeline, because I just didn't pay enough attention to Coco, which... Bit of an oversight. Probably should have thought, hey, Coco fights in the last tournament thing. Maybe I should do stuff with her, but... Oh well, never mind. But right, enough of the extra bits. Let's get back to this story. I was thinking about maybe trying to go back and do the Coco stuff now, but this is episode 150. If this is what's going to kick off the chain reaction of horrible fights where I might get beat or I might just squeeze through very narrowly to the finish line, like, yeah, this seems like a perfect number to kick things off, eh? I couldn't allow myself just to go and just do an extra date at 150, eh? But anyway, right, without further ado, let's get back into this. So, Vital Festival, first semi-fight. It literally said there. I was wondering if it's semi-finals. It literally says right there. Ruby Rose versus Penny Polendina. Start! Oh, we're actually doing a fight! Oh, Penny, Ruby, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. How else is gonna go? Let's find out. Like, Penny's pretty strong. The stats are based off of mine. That said, though, 2 point out. Alright. Okay, it's looking a lot worse now. Why did that have me thinking I was at 60? Oh, I thought I had a chance. Yeah. Okay, maybe the other fail, my stats are a lot better. Oh, dear. Because, yeah, my other world, I had to do a boss fight against, I think it was against the guy that can transform into things. I forget his name now. And, yeah, my health was higher than what it is here. Never mind, do not worry about it. Let's just attack Ruby with everything we've got. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I want to imagine we've still got a chance. Because, like, yeah. Like, we should. There should still be a chance. Also, I like how I'm just basically refreshing and just real gunning Ruby. Penny, you're so strong. I mean, and you, but seeing up close, you too, Ruby. I'm having so much fun. Not strong enough for you to take this serious, though. What? Where's your laser barrage of death? Oh, that. Well, that was out of anger, and well, and what? I calculated a 78% chance that you're just going to dodge it unharmed, accounting for your speeds. And if I may, Ruby? You're not fighting seriously either. I remember Burrito. The hell did Ruby do in Burrito? did Ruby just... maybe she's just taking it a bit easier because it's a more casual fight. Haha, fair enough. Let's change that then. Here I come, Penny. Okay, wait, so she's about to do... Oh, God! She's got an aura thing around. That didn't do very much, but I feel like it's going to build up and do a lot. Or is this now Penny taking it serious? Well, my stats haven't changed, so I don't bloody know. Oh, God! Ah! Penny is absolutely amazing. Ugh. Here comes fighting nerd Pyrrha. She is, isn't she? I'm not joking around. Between her display of power and this fight, John had the right of it in keeping me in the benches until the finals. You seem worried. I mean, she won't be when she finds out what Penny's made out of, but you know. I should be more worried because she literally could tear her apart, but I'm assuming we're not going down that path this time around. Weary is more like it. Always happening when I need to... always happens when I need to fight seriously. Wait, what? You... I mean, I don't think I've ever seen you fight seriously. Have you ever seen Penny fight seriously? No. How have we not seen it? We've been in so many life and death battles. Surely Penny fought serious, like proper serious then. No. No, technically didn't see her use their semblance. Okay, fair enough. That's actually true. I've never seen... Yeah, okay. Literally saying right here. I go off and rants and don't even finish reading the things Jin's saying, but to be fair, it's because I don't know what it's about. Yeah, okay, yeah, technically we haven't seen Penny use her semblance the one time, but, like, no one was there for it. So I'm like, how have we not seen her? We've seen her fight Sirius without her semblance, but technically that's not serious. Serious is Penny giving her all semblance and all, but no, not really. I've never seen her use her semblance, truth tell. I see. Yes, this is going to be a difficult match. What makes you say that? Ruby had made no wrong move during the entire fight. She's not underestimating Penny. She's using every weapon in her arsenal, which is the one she's got. And yet her, well, okay, technically she's got speed and sniper fire and the scythe. But she's literally got one weapon. But then the weapon is two weapons because it mecha shifts. I'm going to stop ranting about this now. And yet her opponent seems to always be one step ahead of her. But even beyond that, the rate at which Ruby's aura reserve is dissipating compared to the small dent in Penny's aura pool. What kind of endurance does she have? She's trained for endurance. Yeah, that's Penny, alright. I don't think I've ever seen her tired. Which means a war of attrition won't work in my favor. Stop giving her hints, Jen! In that case, I should aim for a ring out. Failing that, damn, she's so focused, it's almost scary. Look, I know you like her and stuff, but stop giving her hits. We won't pay the win. Seriously? I don't think you ain't doing it on purpose. But if it ain't denial, it's cause you're being a nerd. Come on. Evelyn? Carrots? I see Cinder. She's closest to your position. 2 rows behind you. And she's in her dress! That's even more worrying! What are you doing? Trying to enjoy the match. I even dressed up for the occasion. No! You've dressed up to murder people! That's what that dress means! You made that when you want to murder people! Looks like it's almost over anyway. Pity. I was enjoying myself. Where are you now? Oh, you have no idea. I can watch Miss Rose get knocked around for hours on end without ever getting tired of it. Well, at least we'll have a grand final. A grand? Stop it. Stop what? Whatever you're trying to do, stop it or I'll... You can't have been helping her. Miss it. Penny? Ah, I knew it. Knew what, Ruby? That trying to go one-on-one against you was a bad idea. Your fighting still doesn't lend itself too well to facing me in a plain field like this, yes. But you still wanted to, didn't you? I mean, you're pals, and what other opportunity you have to fight a grand stage is, like, you know. Like, if anyone's gonna motivate you to, like, have a proper good old fight, sparring fight, like, this would be the big stage for it, wouldn't it? Because, like, you could fight outside and stuff and things, but you're both not gonna take it really as serious. Whereas in a stage like this, both you're just gonna, you know, you're gonna go for it. Great old time if you love fighting and stuff. A great lovely time when nothing bad is happening. Hello! Oh, I wasn't expecting art in this fight. Not unless it was something like someone dying or like an explosion or I don't know. I generally don't know what Cinder's gonna do to cause chaos in this. And for once, the arena won't need refitting and repairs. Miss Rose's aura is in the red. Oh, you mean that because my team keeps breaking? Yeah, fair enough. Which means that Team Jade is our first group of finalists. Miss Rose put up a great fight, but it seems like Miss Pauline's endurance doesn't have many limits. After an overwhelming display of power in the fight against Team... I keep getting told what these team names are, and I keep forgetting what they are. Against the OC team! And this match, she's still looking fresh. Wouldn't surprise me if she decided to take the field to the final round 2. I mean, given the others are a bit buggered still from injuries and just barely recovered, and Jin's not the best, Penny might be the safest bet, yes? Are you alright, Ruby? Ah! Lost! Dang it, lost. I landed my butt. Oh. Other than that, yeah, that was awesome, Penny. Yes, it was. We totally need to do this again. And again, and again, and again. Practice makes perfect. Wait, of course. We still have 3 years of peeking together, don't we? Funny, that's the exact amount of time apparently until the next game comes out. No, but we're getting boosted out by the end of this year, aren't we? Yup. And we're going... Wait. Are we? I forget at this point. Penny's just said that. Don't we get kicked out at the end of the first year because Osborne wants me gone because, you know, doesn't want the threats all getting pointed at school if it's nothing related to Salem? Bloody might be. I can't remember. Anyway, yep. We're doing it until I can kick your butt on the regular. That'll take a long time then. Oh, Penny, Ruby, you don't stand a chance. Ruby, I wanted to tell you, I have to disagree. Huh? Disagree with what? When we had our truck accident, we talked and you told me I shouldn't worry, that I was a normal girl. That made me feel better at the time, but Ruby, I'm not a normal girl. And we both know it. Penny. And that's perfectly fine. Huh? I mean, I may be like a typical human girl in many ways, but that didn't stop me from being loved and from finding so many good friends. So, I had to disagree with your statement, but also have to add that it doesn't really matter to me not anymore. You become strong in more than one way, haven't you? Ha ha ha, maybe. Wait. That was actually just a straightforward fight. We actually just had a straightforward fight. Like, they actually just fought, and it ended. And, like, the arena didn't just, like, collapse, or the rift didn't cave in, or, like, a row of spectators didn't just get blown up, or Grim didn't just arrive in the arena. Like... I'm so on edge for this fight for nothing. I mean, I know stuff's about to happen soon, but, like, yeah. Oh, it's because there was nothing going into this. There was no big thing. All of our fights have been a thing going in, you know? We're fighting against the strongest team. Penny's having self-doubt and stuff like that. And, thingy, so Jane's having to take the field, and then, Flint was having a bit of a thing against, Jin, and that because he was dating Penny. And then, yeah, the last one, where the OC team were a bit cheating, and it was 2v1 because Penny didn't want to get involved until she did. Like, there was things going on. This one was just, well, those two are going to have a nice wee fight. I generally didn't think it would end with just a nice little ending. But alright, that's quite happy it did. I'm alright with this. Blop! A complete hour break there because my brother walked in for his lunch and I sat and talked to him for an hour. Right, carrying on. I'll see you later, Jin. Huh? You're not staying to see Ren fight? Isn't he fighting a nobody? No, he's fighting against Team Sun. But, like, I assumed that they're not going to put Sun up, so we're just assuming Red's going to win. Useless. I had to prepare for my fight with Penny. Yeah, screw cheering on your teammate. No. You need to tell him one or the other thing now. They can wait. Well, what? What if you do not make Penny fight? What if we do not make Penny fight? Oh, you will. And I think she will want to. I hate you, I hate you. Oh, I was just having a meltdown. She can't do anything about it. She's got into full fight mode. Her competitive spirit's been sparked. Yeah, you got me there. I figured. Good luck then. Bear in mind, I have no intention of losing in front of so many people. My pride is on the line here. I do feel slightly bad for her and herself. It's Jack. Partner. Cinder was here. What happened? It was like she was playing mind games with me. We should let Professor Peach and Mrs. Goodwitch know. You know, if she was here doing this, it means one of our teammates is probably out doing something else, right? That's kind of the worrying bit. If Cinder's in clear sight, someone else is probably doing something bad somewhere else. I see. I think it's safe to assume that whatever their plan is, it involves the arena. But why reveal themselves? The psych is out? Glinda, should we stop the tournament? It's weird hearing Peach say that. Yes. Yes, I would. I have to talk to James. He's in charge of security, and sudden interruption and evacuation will have to go through him. Also, that'll make everyone panic, but like, is that Cinder's goal to make the terminus halt? Sounds good. And that other thing? It's going. But I'll have to get back to you on that. Keep me in the loop. I'll tell the local buckethead to be on the lookout for members of Team... Okay, I've been told this is apparently Team Crimson, which makes sense, I guess. Like, yeah, it makes sense that's what it's meant to be. And you know what? They probably said that several times during the game. I just keep forgetting. But okay, I'll try and remember it's Team Crimson from now on. Understood. Miss Aqua. So good news is I found the IP address and associated it to a device. Bad news is I'm going to need more a little more to access it. The security on this thing is tight. How long? I don't know exactly. And if they notice that I'm onto them, they may leave the range of the network before I'm done. So basically you have to play it careful. I don't know how hacking works. You do your best, Miss Aqua. It won't reflect badly on you. But this is as far as I can take it. Despite her harsh exterior, she really does care, huh? I can think of a person who could learn a lesson or two about that. I don't know if that team's got much more to do in the rest of this game, or whether the rest of it's going to be like they'll do a little thing, but like we're going to see a lot more of them maybe in the second game. Well, they'll go potentially more. I'll see soon if he does our contest in the second game. But yeah, taking out your frustration on furniture, huh? Colour me not surprised. What are you doing here, Taipan? Part of me believed you wouldn't be been humbled by this stupendous defeat, Clyde. But that was hoping for too much, wasn't it? Nah. I was worried about Miriam. Miriam? What about her? You just need to look at her. Whenever something like this happens, she takes it even more personally than you. And you take it very personally. As she should be. Her family has been in service to men for centuries. My loss is her loss. That's seriously all you see? What else is there? Haven't you grown up together? Were you really able to detach yourself from her that much? This conversation was ridiculous. It involves feelings. Yeah, I get with this guy's character. He just doesn't. He's just all serious. No, all play. No. All work and no play. That'd be the phrase for him, I guess. That's my line. I can't believe I had to inquire about any affection you might have towards someone you've literally known since infancy. Miriam wasn't introduced to me. She was given to me as a tool to realize my ambitions, and on that she swore. She's my right arm, my most reliable weapon, nothing more. A tool, huh? Is that how you think, is that what you think of anyone around you? Something whose only value comes from whether they conform to the use you see or not? The use is to achieve victory. A goal we share, don't we? And if you had to just... Okay, I know it may be difficult for you to accept, considering your ancestry, but Vale does not have a standing army anymore. It was dissolved with the monarchy. There's still an enemy and a fight to be fought, and a need for leaders. Now, is he just talking about the Grim? Local, there's little gangs and bad guys, because, you know, we know that like, there's crime families in Mistral, we know that Vacchio's pretty much a scum haven and stuff. Atlas is filled with corrupt businessmen. Vale seems to be the most chilled out, but it does seem to also have gangs and stuff going on, like a Torchwick. I don't know if he comes from Vale or whether I did operate somewhere else first, like he might have been from Mistral for all I know. But then there's like, so say Junior, from the club, where that Youngblup, people went to him for information, and clearly, you know, he's a bit more dodgy, because he's also lending his guys out to Torchwick and stuff, so clearly there's a bit more going on there. But, you know, there's criminals everywhere. Is he talking about that? Or is he talking about an even higher up thing? Like, how much do you know? Except hunters are not soldiers, unless you're an Atlas. That's what you need to get through your thick skull. That's how you treated us, and that's why we lost to Team Juniper. Have you tried looking into them after they beat us, or were you just content with deeming us defective tools? Nikos or no Nikos? Nikos. That team battle, and that was a team battle and we're second years. Here's the kicker though. Their leader, John Ark, has average grades in everything, but Juniper is at the top of their year when it comes to team exercises. Because he's a good leader. He didn't quite get to show it in Ruby very much because, you know, he said, let's do team attacks. He names a team attack, and then they're like, you what? And he's like, come on guys, we went over this. And it's like, is Teemo the ones that don't take this serious? Anyway. Your point being, my point is that John Ark understands that his teammates are not his subordinates. They're not soldiers and they're not tools, which allows him to lead them better than you ever will. Ridiculous. Let's go, Miriam. He's never going to get any better if you don't speak up. Huh? You care about him, I can tell. But the reason he's so immovable is that you're still there and never voice your opinion. He hasn't even considered that there may be something wrong with himself because you're always by his side. If you want him to grow up, he needs to realize his mistakes and question his upbringing. For him to do that, you need to oppose him. Or he'll just pull you down with him further. She just doesn't know what to do. I guess we'll be seeing more of them as time goes. But again, yeah, well, there's going to be more of them doing stuff in this. So whether they're just going to play on maybe like more bits in the next game or what is... It'll be interesting to see. Or whether, you know, they'll be split up by that point because it's maybe 3 years in the future. Maybe. Good showing, Ribs. If it was that good, why aren't you giving me your congratulations in person, boyfriend? Sorry, but we're kind of busy. And on that note, Ruby, if you see anyone from Team Crimson around, contact us or Professor Peach or Miss Goodwitch. Emerald's team? What about them? It's a long story. Still, do not go near any of them alone. Don't trust them. Jin, you're kind of scaring me here. What's going on? I mean, Ruby, you know what happened with your sister, right? Like, come on, you're clever. Hopefully nothing. But it has to do with the breach, among other things. Wait, the breach? You mean the White Fang is involved? They certainly were. I don't know if they still are. But at this point, again, be careful around Cinder's team. Emerald and Cinder have been very nice recently. Even Mercury wasn't as grumpy. I know. Listen, I gotta go. Promise me. I promise. Just, be safe, all of you. And good luck with the finals. Sun lost, so that means... Oh, he did fight Sun. What Sun... Who would win at Sun and Ren? Like, obviously in this they made Ren win, but, you know. Like, who would actually win in that fight? Like, I'm not sure, because both of them have fought... Not each other, but, like, they've fought in fights, and neither of them have ever really, like, had a chance to show off and be, like, amazing. Like, Sun fought at the docks, and him and Blake together couldn't beat Torchwick, really. Like, they were fighting him, but he was holding them both off. And, like... He fought against, Oh, God, what was her name? Oh, God, what was her name? He fought against Ogre, who we fought at the very start, and then I forget the name of in that. But, you know, he didn't have anything, like, he didn't do anything, like, super amazing or anything like that. And then there's Ren. Ren's not really seen as, like, the best of the best. He's seen as a good fighter, but he's not seen as the best. It's really hard to judge who would actually win that. I guess, like, you could really do that as, like, a coin flip sort of thing. But anyway, moving on. So that means you're fighting Team Juniper, and that means Pyrrha. Heh, we know. Thanks, Rib. Love you. Thanks, Rib. Thanks, Ruby. Love you. The breach. All those people? I need to tell the others. James, I must insist. Are you seriously telling me James is against this? Glinda, with all due respect, especially if there's a mole, we need to try and capture someone from this group. We need to nip this in the bud. If you haven't managed to find information in a non-disruptive way, we need to be extracted. But they're students. Oh no, you're just arguing against capturing Team Six. No, capture them, secure them. I mean, sure, people might die in the process, but get them. Get them before they get one of us killed. Don't think I enjoy the thought of putting people in danger, but many have already gotten them hurt and died during the breach. Glinda, I can't allow this to end without any results on our part. If you can assure me that you'll be able to get something out of your thematic inquiry, I will gladly agree to stop the tournament. Otherwise, at least promise me you'll increase security. I'm coming down to Vital myself, with all the personnel I can spare from the airship, with instructions for both human and android troops to apprehend the targets on site. If you say that's where they're going to make their move, I will trust you on that. Thank you. Still, about the androids, it's indeed a gross breach of security, but I assure there's no risk. The machines, you maniac! What do you mean there's no risk? The android troops have their own shared network. Yes! Which doesn't tap in the civilian one. To hack into that, you need to directly access from the airship and to know the access code. But you know what Torchwig's planning to do. You know that's part of the plan. You know they plan to do that. And you just said you're going to take people off the ship, you maniac. You have this information. You're just underestimating the enemy now. God damn it, Ironwood. I have no idea as to who may have granted them access to the civilian network, but the code to the androids network has been upgraded multiple times since their defection. It can't be hacked remotely. But if it will make you feel more secure, I will replace most of the lab ship's security with AK units, so that they will have more human. That means it's just robots protecting the ship and Torchwig. Nah. So that'll mean that you'll have more humans on the field. The robots are so useless. They are just so useless. Even Kurt Ruby has proven they're pretty damn useless. Like, literally, you see them on the streets trying to fight Grim, and you see little Grim mauling them. And like, these are the same Grim that like Team Ruby that can cut down in seconds. And it's like, what is the point of those robots if they can't even take down one Grim? Oh, just to serve up, I mean, okay, I get the idea of them, like, they're supposed to replace humans so humans don't die as a result of it. Like, God damn it. Bloody useless robots! I'll trust your judgment on this. Then, half of what you just said sounds like ancient Vercius to me. I've been there. I'll be with you shortly, Glinda. Don't fret, we will stop this. I never had any doubt of that, James. My worry is how many people will live to see the finish line. There are still Grim coming. Huh? At Mountain Glen and outside Emerald Forest. What the what? Alright, that's weird. Think it's anything to worry about? Not really. If they're not in a big enough number to overcome Veil's defenses, and they go over a mountain, they're through the forest and up a cliff before getting the beacon. Still, I've never heard of him gathering in mass like this. Well, I have. I mean, not in real life. Excuse me. Back in Academy, during specialization, I took mythology. Well, that's an easy A. Shut it, I like mythology. Anyway, it reminded me of a story about the ancient Cassitili? It's the first ever recorded civilization in the Vacuo Adlesian continent. By the way, there are some leftover ruins in the middle of the Emerald Forest even. Riveting. And, well, it apparently narrated the fall of Capitoli. I don't know how you pronounce it. It says that a large number of Grim had gathered at the border, chanting and waiting. Waiting for what? Here's what gets interesting. There was a giant creature of darkness with lizard skin and wings, wide enough to block out the sun, emerged from the earth and took to the skies. Whoa, that's a big Grim. And no species ever recorded or observed. And the story says that this thing could actually cry out other Grim. Like, large droplets of blackness dropping off its body and turning into smaller Grim. Jeez, that's a terrifying thought. The region had been hit by an earthquake right around the time this account was created. With the royal family dead, they just turned on each other for survival and eventually left. So it was like a way of rationalizing what happened. That's a general consensus. I mean, If such a Graham ever existed, it would have appeared in some other record or account, though. Unless it was just chilling out in a mountain, waiting to be told what to do again, because it's a really smart one. Ah. What are you lot up to? What? What? They work. Had doubts. You're human, and I have no dealings with you before now. You wouldn't reveal who's supplying you with this tech. Of course I had doubts. I see. Well, just keep the device on you at all times, at least until we have control. Where the hell are we? I assume we're on the ship then, because like Ironwood said he was keeping all the stuff on the ship. I assume that's where this is. So, okay, so in this case, rather than Neo breaking in, they're having Ilya and Emerald do it. Will this work? I'll be fine. I already see 3 good hiding places. I'll do my part. You should worry about yourself, since you have the most crucial role, and you're now actually, and they're now actually looking for your group. I mean, I'm actively looking for the White Fang as well. Something wrong, human? Nothing per se. Just wondering if you'll actually go through with it. My task will be most crucial, but yours is the one with the highest body count. And not just humans, not just the Fangs who have already died, and who could still die in operation. It's certain that you're going to kill a lot more innocent faunus too. Why are you telling her this? Why are you motivating her to not do this? The hell? Do you hate humans or faunus, Emerald? Not really. Then why do you so callously step on their lives? Because I'm asked to. It's the same for me. I'll accomplish my task because, above all else, I value my cause. Even if it's a misguided one. What nerf? Just like you, above all else, value your own owner, pitiful. Double pitiful. And what does that mean? Holding a person above everything else in life. Before they're done, been there, done that. And so is Adam. We're no longer going to make that mistake. Talking about Blake at this point. The cause is all that matters. It's the purity of mind that allows us to do what must be done. Even if that means getting rid of allies who falter. You're a fanatic. And you're just fucking showing off at this point. That's what they call me, yes. But one day I'll be called revolutionary. Maybe even hero. True, history's written by the winners. Well, you're content with just being called by name. Like a little puppy. Ugh, whatever. Just a little more and it'll be done. We'll never have to see any of them again. Are you planning to bring down like all the kingdoms? Like, probably gonna work with them again. Just saying. Also, just want to say a quick thank you to all of the channel members for the extra support. And a special thank you and shout out to our elite members, the Johnny members Austin Quinsonberry, Afro Kage, It's Ender Steve PE, Sebastian Ramsey, and Blackest Sage, and our Anbu members Robert Simeka, Rapid Zrug, Aragon, Gold Dragon, Nathaniel Prue, Akuma, and Colton Wood. Thank you all very much for the extra awesome support.